Well, hello, hello, hello. Welcome back. I could not stay away from our adventures in the lands beyond the lands between. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to call these. The lands of shadow and of pain. Ow! Stop it. So, our intention, picking up from the end of our last session, was to follow this little cliffside path around that-a-way, further into the gorgeous autumn foliage, and see what we can see. We told our friend, Ansbach? Is it? Nothing? Nothing, apparently. Nothing brings me here. Ansbach. We told him about the fourth, Michela's cross, and his beard is bursting with gratitude towards us, no doubt. So, we can probably grab a torrent for this bit, if I can remember how to do that. There we go. I also need to move my water glass, as it is covering important information, such as how many remaining cerulean tears I possess. So I will try not to plummet off the edge of the cliff. That's going to be priority number one. And then secondary to that, maybe not getting ambushed, not getting stabbed in the back, and or taloned, and or beaked in the back. Huh. I've gone too low. It's like, where's the path? Here we are. We have ghostly dogs. They're not hurting anyone. Therefore, I don't want to hurt them. But there is an item back there. Gently. Oh, apparently I just can't get the right angle when I'm on a horse. Fine. I'm sorry, Torrent. And I'm sorry, ghost dogs. I wanted to avoid all of this. Really dulled my blade against that giant boulder there. Back at it again, indeed. Hi there. Nice to see you. How was work? Was work? Question mark? God, I hope not. Alright, yeah, it'd be faster to go on torrent, but to be more prepared for the inevitable ambush, let's just walk leisurely in with my boots and feet. We have some sort of Batmans. Fresh from Gotham City. All these Batmans. It's a little too early. I got excited. Just like to damage the air in front of you as a warning. Alright, quick check around here. I tried to do a torrent double jump in my own legs, and it doesn't work that way. Seems very risky to try to get up there. And yet... Oh, just very risky and slippery, and probably nothing. Probably a really bad idea. Here we go. Yeah, probably nothing. But it was fun. I enjoyed it. It is so nice to see you guys there. Welcome back for another adventure. I hope that my microphone is cooperating. Let me check my levels. Ooh! Perhaps too high. But you get what you get. And in this case, that's too high levels. Haha! I'm doing it! I'm doing it on horseback. I am a chevalier. Not a very successful one. Nobody ever said I was a successful chevalier. Get closer to my blades, would you? I beg you to get closer to my blades so that they're more effective. Alright. We've cleared the ridge of bats. That's gonna have to be enough for us. So this looks like the end of the line that-a-way. We'll have to skirt around this rocky pillar. Oh, thank you for the subscription. That is so kind. The gifted sub. I am always appreciative to hold the Kyle Thomas close to my bosom. Oh, just acres of Kyle. You wouldn't even imagine. You wouldn't even imagine how much. He must remain your thrall. You're damn straight. And vice versa. Guess what I'm still doing? Are you still working? I feel like an asshole having just frolicked the day away in the lands beyond the lands between. When you are still working, I'm so sorry. Oh, this is a gorgeous little tableau. Especially with my hood blocking half of it. Got a sight of grace. And some beefy lurking gents just beyond. With cute little bellies. Look at that. Alright, so should we die, we'll be very nearby. Thanks, Grace. Some sort of industrial smokestack out that-a-way. Very phallic in nature. Not sure how I feel about it. It's giving me all sorts of feelings. I don't know. Who? Cute Belly has some dog friends. That complicates things somewhat. Hey. I was hoping you'd send your dog friend first. Quick. Quick on the draw. You're vomiting your own blood. Stop that. You're gonna need that blood later. I swear. This is a mistake. I was hoping you'd meet me halfway, and we'd have some sort of cool clash in the center, and I'd look really precognitive, but in the end, no. Just made me look quite the fool. I love the orange-yellow hues of this plateau grass. Such a gorgeous style. It's so subdued in this expansion. They kind of made a meal of the colors in the base game, like stepping out into Limgrave and seeing the vast swaths of yellow-green. But this has a very... oh no, everything's quite wrong and bad feel, and yet it is no less saturated and gorgeous. I really like the style of it. Alright, let's check this cliff edge. Make sure everything's on the up and up. Is that... I think everything's on the down and down, as far as this cliff edge is concerned, but that's fine too. There is a beefcake off in the woods there, waiting. I also have what remains of some sort of turtle sanctuary. Only the most resilient of turtles remain. No, not the eagle. Not the eagle, but maybe whatever this is. Oh good, it's not alive. Another revered spirit ash. Tish will be best pleased. I still love the jumping animation. There's something kind of goofy about it, which makes me very happy. Like, wee! Like, wee! It fits in with the deadly serious tone quite well. Alright, I'm sorry about the turtle sanctuary. I didn't mean to collapse half of it with my massive donk. Always have a dog friend, do you? An inseparable pairing. It's cute. You can get on the roof? Really? You think that that's okay? Think that kind of behavior is acceptable? For you to just get on the roof that I'm hiding from you on? Are you doing your little esophageal tearing again? I can't imagine that that's healthy. Off to the side with you. And then I steal your red flesh mushrooms from my collection. Ha ha! Okay. Where am I? Quick check. There's the village that I have been most curious about. What is this thing? Was that the turtle sanctuary? Am I facing the turtle sanctuary now? It's awfully noticeable on the map for seeming to have no real purpose. It is the home of these sweet little turts, which is the most noble of all purposes. Purpi? I don't know how to make that plural. But all of the purpi are in these turts. So I am going to head towards the village, and we'll see what happens. Appears to be a place where once long ago they had lots of food for big rotund bellies to form, and they trained very loyal, very sweet puppies. But oh, that time has passed. And now everything's a little bit more complicated. Prospect Town. Sounds like a frontier town in the Wild West. And I am too busy to become the new sheriff. Sheriff? Sheriff. Through a scheme of taking over local bandit leaders and winning over the hearts and minds of the townsfolk. I don't have the time for it. It sounds fun, I'll admit. So it seems like we have to get up there. I wonder if there are stairs or if we're torrenting across a cliff. Perhaps. There's a gentleman hiding in the canyon. We might be able to torrent something, but that's a bit of a leap. It's a tall order. Let's check around a bit more. I am going to speed matters along. I have not yet run into any sealed spirit springs. I was expecting, after finding that note from the merchant, to see some in this area, nearby where it was purchased, but no such luck yet. No such luck yet. Definitely doesn't seem like a wise plan to jump across any old way on this cliff. And I'm not seeing any other items or caves. I say as I stumble into the items. Ghost Glovewort. I believe that is a spirit summon upgrade material, if I'm remembering correctly. Everyone's got skulls. I wouldn't suggest it. You try to bite Torrent on the backside with a spectral skull, and he'll get angry at you. Not to mention me. You leave my Torrent alone. I get very angry at you. Alright. Ow! Oh no! Torrent, why? Walked right into that. Should have remembered that the two of them were sleeping peacefully over here. Try to run by and grab our runes back. Ermagerd, a third Erd? It's the Erdtree. I can't believe how well that works, and how dare you. And thank you for everything. You sweetie pie. You're at it again and you changed your shirt again? You can't keep me from changing. Back and forth and back. Changing what's on my back and what's on my forth. So I'm gonna grab my runes, and then we're gonna gently, without the presence of dogs nipping at our heels, our gorgeous heels, go around this way, dodge the burly gentleman in the canyon. That was a very loud grumble. I don't know what that was. It scared me somewhat. And this is a dead end. Oh, I didn't jump. I didn't jump quick enough. Sorry, Torrent. Alright, we'll try around the other side. So giving a little bit of a more thorough search this time for staircases leading down. This looks like a strong contender. Ha-ha! We've made it. And they're giving me the summon arch, which concerns me slightly. Torrent, go rest in safety. I care about you too much. Not sure why. They're convinced that I'm about to die, but I've also become convinced of this. And I mean, frankly, why not? Let's make it a party. Let's have fun with it. Tish. Sick 'em. That's the stuff. That's a good Tish. Yeah. Oh, you got him. I'll wait. Anybody else? You're gorgeous. Look at your thighs. No, seriously, just take a minute and look down at your own thighs. Beast blood. Sorry, I got angry. Your face is gone. But it just makes me want you more. Alright. I feel awkward having Tish just stand around while I slowly scour the upper level for collectibles, but here we are. That is what's happening. Sorry about this, Tish. Could you give me a little... Could you boost me if I just... I don't mean to be rude. I'm just gonna jump gently on your face. Just let me sit on your face. I need... Okay, fine. Might be able to get Torrent up there, but I don't think it's really that necessary. Let's take the stairs. Tish, there's eagles! Sick them! Show them who's boss. No, much like me, Tish has a heart for the animals, and believes in wildlife conservation. Until I have, like, some sort of achievement, like a meaningless stat increase for killing 700 eagles, then I 100% will for the completionist in me. But until that time comes, be free, my lovelies. They seem to think, ever since we set foot in this gorgeous new land, they seem to think that I am hungry for mushrooms. I haven't found a single use for them yet. But thank you for all of these mushrooms. Okay, just start climbing now. You've had your fun. This is very precarious. I am worried. Okay, that seems to be the inevitable goal. Are we leaping across the broken bridge gap? Tish, you scared me down there. Let us attempt to leap across the broken bridge gap. Tish, I need you. This is where you pull your weight. Not that you haven't been up till now, but oh god, whatever's happening up here is nasty. They appear to be eating... I don't know who. Steve? They've eaten Steve. Was one of them just lying down and the other ones were gently nibbling on its face? Is that what I saw? I was really hoping I could get that last. Nope. Okay. Ouch. Looks like a steak of Marika over there. Yes, good. That will speed us along. So many costume changes. For the third act, he's wearing a fourth of the first one, but only for a second. It's numerical puns. I'm loving it. I'm obsessed with these numerical puns. I'm trying to remember if I have any, like group of things that I can spirit summon, because there's so many of you. And Tish is more of a, like, poison one guy at a time and slowly dispirit him emotionally. A situation. I don't really know if there's anything better. I could change into a crowd control weapon and then summon a mimic. That's a strong opportunity. And I've been desperate for it. Let's try. Mimic here. Okay, now what do I have in terms of crowd control weapons? I mean, these are fine and dandy, but maybe like a double-bladed sword? Do I still have that bleed build-up? Eleonora's pole blade, or whatever it was? I have no idea by order of acquisition when I got Eleonora's pole blade, so let's try this. Keep scrolling until something looks pointy on both ends. That's the one. So I'm gonna get this, and I'm going to put it in both of my hands, and then I'm going to summon me, and then both of us will have this in both of our hands. Yes. You vision, you. Let's do this thing. Get out of there. It's a dangerous place to be. Why did you not swing when you jumped? You jumped and that was the opportunity to swing and then you just didn't. And I am wondering why. Okay, I'm getting my ass kicked. Both versions of me. Is it the other side? That's why. It's controlled by my main hand. Foolish. I can do better than that. When I have both of my noble slender swords equipped. Pardon me. Let me put this down. When I have both of my noble slender swords equipped, it is the offhand button to swipe with both of them at once. Like they are combined into my offhand for some reason. And I've been using that for so long now that I forgot I now need to use this hand for the pole blade. Ahem. Let's try this again. Groping for excuses. I just did poorly. It's a quicker way of saying it. That was good. You really got me with your special back stabbing maneuver. I approve. It is funny how in the Shadowlands, almost every enemy, every respawnable enemy you come across can kill you in about 2 hits. Which I guess is like... That's also a big problem I forgot about. With the Mimic, when you summon it, it summons with health. And that's also why I'm dying quite badly. So many little things to remember. Okay, now we're talking. You get in there, start really going after it. I'm just gonna run immediately. you've got them distracted. I'm gonna die to this single man. Alright, now we're talking. Let's finish the job. I don't know what they're spraying at me exactly. Some sort of fire blood? I shouldn't have been confident about that. He was mid-stabby combo. But so close. Mimic might actually finish the fight. Not that it matters in the slightest. And yet you keep encouraging me to play this. You're complaining about how quickly everything can kill you. No, but it's worth it. It's worth everyone killing you. It's a fun time. Okay. New plan. I'm not doing great with Eleanor's pole blade, though I do love it. What are you drinking, by the way? It's just water. Just a lovely snifter of water. Though in the multicolored lights, it may appear quite different. Like I'm really going after the champagne. I want me to have the double-bladed polearm, but to use it better than I am. So you enjoy this polearm. And then I'm going to go back to my noble slender swords, because I like to be slender. They're above me. It's become quite clear. There we go. Alright. I don't know why I like these so much. Okay, so I've got polearm, and I've got noble slender swords. Let's waste a heal. And then we're going after it again. It's quite a small amount of damage, but I'll take it. Let me focus on one guy at a time. Gonna risk it. Oh, you were already way ahead of me there. I arrived just in time to take that back combo for you. You're welcome. I'm covered in blood. Just the way I like it. The Blood Fiend's arm, as well as some sacred bloody flesh. Yummy. Sanguine Amaryllis. That's my birth name. I'd like for you all to start calling me that, please. Nothing? Nothing. Okay. Man, I forgot how nice it is to have me on the battlefield. What a treat. I do need to remember how much health it takes to summon me to the battlefield. I am a greedy little monster. But fun. I love to summon myself to the battlefield for a little butt fun. Alright, we've almost reached the precipice. Or the peak. Or the pinnacle? That's the word. Something with a P. Really anything with a P. What's in here? What's in here, Torrent? You tell me. Apparently I cannot get off Torrent when I'm balancing on a railing. Do we trust it? Do we? Outer God Heirloom. What manner of thing be this? Raises arcane. Talisman engraved with the lore of an outer god. Is it Mikola? Or is it another god? The clan, who lost everything in the great fires, peered upon the corpse of their ancestor, normally an act of sanctity, and saw in its shadow a twisted deity. The clan had suffered such torment that the horrible thing was taken as an object of worship. That sounds about right. After you've suffered such torment, it's easy to just take anything as an object of worship. Any old thing. Okay. I love a talisman. I do. And I'm sure this lore is desperately important. Could I also have a bunch of daggers, or a cool set of pants? I'm more of like a daggers and pants sort of person, if you want to please me, for my birthday. But no, thank you for the talisman. I'm genuinely grateful. Plus, we had a lot of fun with our mimic. It's nice to test them out again. Aha! I see your shiny little ass. God, I hope that's your ass. Yes, good. Phew. I got worried as we drew closer, and I was like, wait, what if it's not resin? Okay, so that seems to be the town up here. We frolicked in this area when we were initially trying to find a way up, so I guess we're done. And we can head on down towards this ruin here. Fair enough. I try to find a way down without violently snapping my ankles. Yeah, that ought to do. Oh. Oh, you're just showing me up? You're just superhero landing to make me feel like a fool? Starting to wonder, when everything in the lands between makes you feel like a fool, maybe the common denominator is, well, let's not think about it. No, thank you. Pretty much, immediate dead end. Bonked Torrent's little nose right into that tree. I'm sorry, buddy. Alright. Skirting the cliff edge, we proceed to the southeast. Our heart thrumming with passion, and our jeans thrumming with daggers. It's been a while since I've seen one of those hideous beasties. I'm sad to see them. I hoped that they had long since died out. That would have been nice for me. What am I looking at? Is that a big-ass goat? Is that what that is? If you picture in your mind a big goat, and then you think, oh, what if it was even bigger? Like a big-ass goat. That's what I would picture, right there. Oh, thank you for the weird segue, but speaking of violently snapping ankles, here's a Discord invitation. We're not going to violently snap your ankles if you join, but, I guess hide them, just in case? Just in case. But yes, welcome. Any and all who desire conversation, and pictures of dogs, and pictures of cats, and pictures of food. The stuff of life. The very molecules that make up our human existence. Pictures of cats. I'm gonna check over here real quick. That's the turtle sanctuary. I just got curious. Alright, down here, there's a couple of things. dogs. Just gonna thank you. Some great arrows out of the exchange. I feel like those are the lightning rams that, if left to their own devices, will secretly kill me. Now, you've got a good thing going on over here, bird. I want in on that. Probably not the smartest thing to wander this close to the edge when I have a bird and a dog and 3 cute pot-bellied people chasing me. But I like to live dangerously. And I also like to die well. Alright, that is indeed just the biggest of lightning rams. A real thick boy. And friends. Thick boy and friends. He's got a little item. Got a little item on the rock. But as soon as I get close to me, you're gonna zap me with your Emperor Palpatines. And it's gonna hurt real bad, because I am not resistant to lightning damage. Hey, we don't have to do this. We don't have to do this. You can just go about your merry way, and I will do the same. Yeah, I'm stealing your stuff, but were you really gonna use the cookbook? Be honest. Oh, such a bore. There's my drive-by critique. Such a bear! Oh my god! That's a pit. Alrighty. That's a fun little pit. Bear, I wouldn't chase me. We're both gonna die if you push this issue. We are both going to die then. Alright, so that's what I've been trying to get to, but it is significantly lower than I expected. Maybe, I can, like, land on the buttresses? Is that what they are? Maybe I could land on some buttresses and safely slide down, but not while I'm being gored to death by a bear. What do we have here? Ooh. My favorite part of FromSoft games. Artist's Shack. If I examine them, you did not pay for museum admission. Get out of here. If I touch this, am I going to be transported to a magical land? 'Cause I don't want that to happen. I don't want to have to do that. What a beautiful sight. This game is phenomenal. Look at all the layers going on right now. And to know that for each individual one, you can stroll right on up to it. Like anything that you see now, you will be able to touch. What a privilege it is to play this. Alright, we're examining the painting. Incursion. It has dimmed. Have I, by merely viewing it, sucked the artistic life right out of the canvas? I'm sorry. It was not my intention. That doesn't look like any way down from the cliff is gonna be a smart choice. There's gotta be a way to just appear magically on the lower plane. I keep looking for a spirit spring, but it's not bursting out at me. Like, it may be possible to get torrent down onto that, but it's a very, very tight landing. And then I don't know if the subsequent drop is survivable, even if we could nail that tight landing. I feel like that's about fall fatality distance, no matter which way you slice it. But ooh, if that item down in the church is a skidoo tree fragment, I would very much appreciate it. Trying to think if there's any... This is like the very first place we popped up. But I think we came from like underground. And I don't think we saw any pathway. So I think this is just like very high, where I am now, and then this is significantly higher than the initial area. So I don't think it would be worthwhile to fast travel back down there necessarily. It could be working our way down this cliffside here gets us underneath. So let's go back out this way and see if we can find a way that slopes downward. Oh, by the way.
You're beautiful.
Almost forgot. Okay, I'm very high up on this artist's shack now, loftily perched. So I first have to get down from the artist's shack. That's right, we climbed this to escape the lightning rams. It's all coming back to me. Quick check on this middle plateau, which we sort of skirted right by. Might be worth checking down there to see if there's any path along to the church, but I kind of think it's going to go this way. Along the cliff edge, underneath. Giant rat. Hi. Aw, that's just a sweet little mother trying to protect her babies. I wouldn't dare harm them. It's Quick Boy with his magical discs. It's Disc Boy with his magical quickness. Please break aggro. I have no time, nor desire, to fight with thee. And if you could just go ahead and break aggro, that'd be... Bit of a drop there. I'm not sure if you noticed. I saw at the last second, when I was strolling confidently towards it, that there's a bit of a drop there. Alright. Ooh, full armor set. And a pata. Whatever a pata is. Oathseeker Knight. It's very fancy. Is that like a peg leg you can use as a weapon? Am I gonna be like, "Arr!" and then thonk, 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 with multiple impressive karate kicks? Just thonking my way through the lands between. I'm strolling in here as though there isn't someone who has called this their home and is about to stab me in the back. So far, so good. Alright, we got a Blessed Dew talisman. Now do a roll. Eh. You're welcome. I did my best. It's probably not at the appropriate time when it was requested, but I did a roll. Okay, we got to the church. Seemingly that's all that's hidden back here. I don't really want to anger the circles man again, but we may not have a choice. Is there any way down from here? As it appears as though, for the moment at least, we've explored the whole area I wanted to get to. That's a long way down. Probably best to avoid it. Confront the cliff's edge as it deserves. Just roll right off the cliff's edge. You want a blood sacrifice to appease the cliff? Okay, fine. I'll do it. So, until we figure out how to get to the lower level here, we're probably done scouring the uppers. We have a Site of Grace, Why is it so hard to remember what those are sometimes? A site of grace, if we need to come back up here, which will be helpful. So the next thing we should look at is there's this town here, slightly raised. There's a big lake, which I'm sure houses some terrible beastie. And then through here, somehow, we might be able to access, like, the upper green area, or get to our second map stone. We also have, I forget if it was like a boss wall we came across here, or if we just stopped at some point in our exploration of Castle Ensis. We ended the exploration. But we do have this path down to the south as well, both the lower to where some gentlemen were skirmishing, and the upper to what appears to be at least two ruins or towers. And then there's some hideous business over here. Just let's avoid that at all costs and never speak of this again. So we can either fast travel there and go south, or we can head north from here. Seem to be our two strong options. It could be, too, that there's stuff down here that I didn't fully explore when we were timidly beginning this journey. We didn't even get to the Church of Consolation. Just to make sure there's no easy way down, let's go back to the very first site of grace and see if there's paths I did not spy. As we came out of there, this is pretty cliffy, though there's certainly something far, far below us. No idea how we'd get down there. Unless there's a great elevator, a deck-tis lift of sorts in our future. But we didn't really explore much of this tree line / wooded area. This tree area of ours. Let's see if we can find any dropped items before we call it cleanly searched. Before we apply a misnomer. Also checking for caves we can drop down to, but very poorly, without any sort of efficiency whatsoever. I don't know why this area makes me think there's going to be a giant bear. I'm still traumatized from the forest of the base game into thinking that there's always a giant bear. Ooh, look at that big old dragon down there. He's just sleeping. He's fine. He's sleeping. You're off work, hooray! Finally. I take credit for this, I think. Due to the things I was saying and the rather salty language I've used so far, that you have been fired for listening to this. And therefore you are off work. Let's head to this middle structure. What? Who said that? Whoever it is.
You're beautiful.
That ought to take care of it. Oh, it was you! It was you the whole time. What are you? Who? How? Are you nude? Stop being nude. Loger, the beast claw. Oh, he's so burly. And so much on the attack. I took away a tiny little chunk of your health. Take that, Loger. Shouldn't have jumped right into it. Ow, he scratched me. Okay. Of all the things I was expecting to find in here, it was not a half-naked loincloth man with claws. But apparently that's what exists in the forest. Grass. Stop jump-scaring me. So I guess if I just head to my runes, maybe he will nudely attack me once more. Let's hope. I hope he's gonna nudely attack me once more. There's that squeal again. That's the cry of Loger. Sort of a Tarzan-esque trademarkable thing. If this is Loger, who was squealing? Why does your combo last so long? Why did you get me with the exact same moves again? It's just those two swipes that I cannot avoid. We can see you, Loger. You're not fooling anyone. Trying to hide in the bushes. Okay, does not appear as though I can summon help, which is, it would be very, unsportsmanlike of me to do. Loger seems to be facing me with very little in terms of defense, and I should respect that and face him head to head. In fact, I should probably get nude and then face him head to head, but I'm chilly. And I don't want to get chafed. I guess there's nothing stopping me from facing him on horseback. But that's rude and puts Torrent in danger. So I'm not going to do that. Oh, he dodged right under. Get away and sip. Get away and sip, sip now. Sip now and leave me. Yikes. Keep hoping they'll stagger him. But I probably need both blades at once to do that. In terms of reach, he's not great, which is good, but he can make a bit of a leap. Bit of a leap. Wish you'd been over there to the right. I'd really like another. Oh, you're... Fine. Again, that's fair. Since you're facing me nude in the woods, I will permit you to sip Estus. Or whatever the hell it is in Elden Ring. Oh, all dry are we? Shame that, little Loger. Whew. It's no real accomplishment. I beat to death a naked man in the woods who had some gloves. But yeah, I'm a champion. Okay. Apparently I now possess his beast claws. Let's take a peek. I never did try my poisoned hand either, which appears to be a new category of weapons. Maybe not. Poisoned hand. Beast claw. I was kind of expecting them to have their own thing, but I guess it makes sense that they would be in this category. Fist weapons. Let's start with poison. And I mean, we might as well just toss this in here while we're in the inventory menu. We can switch between them on the fly. Beast claw. What do we got here? Yes, just fists. Ooh, yeah. Oh, that's the stuff. I'm Loger now. Look at me. Poison fist. Nice. What about, like... the double overhand ham fists, I believe is the technical name. Double overhand ham fists. I was gonna sneakily refill my health there. It seems like it would be super fun if you got it, like, wildly upgraded to just punch the bosses to death. I like the thought of it, but it also seems very difficult to pull off. Ooh. I like the quickness of that, though. These feral leaps. Wah-ha! Makes me feel like a kitty cat. I like it. Rawr. I don't know why I'm making sound effects. It's fun. It's good stuff. Whoa, there's that combo. That's what he was doing to me. Really want to try that, actually. In combat. Sounds fun. Alright, going back to Slenders. Those are stalks. Slenders. Lovely. And that was around that area. Let me just peek through till about here. Make sure we're not missing anything else. He's running a little Logar on flasks. Aww. Insult to injury. Insult to a fatal stabbing. As he was just trying to greet me. Welcome to the woods. Can I hug you with my claws? Ah, you're stabbing me. That was very well timed. I'm still not sure what in the hell it is. Maybe I'm like stepping on something's tail? Is that what's happening? It's like, ow! Shit! Alright. Checking the cliffside. Nothing here but us eagles, eh? I'll never be welcomed. Never be welcomed among feather kind. So this is back down to the Church of Consecration. Consecration? Not sure why I G'd it. And I think we looked around there, we tried the waterfall. Pretty well searched on that side of things, so I think we can say this is, passed through at least once. So, now let's try going north from here. This is my next point of interest. We'll follow the road to the big old lake and see what we can find. The flavor. The flavor of water. Hey, thanks for your help with the dragon tiger, the lion thing.
Ah, well met. That was a fine battle indeed.
Wasn't it just?
It heartens me that another warrior stands among us, among the beckoned.
Are you beckoning me? So what's going on with that damage to your helm? Is it rude of me to ask?
Long ago, I was stricken by scarlet rot in the swamp of Aeonia. Immobile, feverish, and in great pain, I was entirely resigned to death. I was left behind, and only kindly Mikola was good enough to seek me out. My wound was swollen and festering, exuding a most pungent odor, and yet he drained the poison from it, despite my wretched visage. Now, I consider this wound my compass.
Thank you for telling me. I see in the chat there, I'm sounding a tiny bit staticky every once in a while. Let me see if there's anything I can do to rectify, and thank you so much for letting me know. I'm so sorry to wound your ears. Give me... Give me just a moment. I might just go ahead and start the stream, and see if that helps. Be right back with you. Much love.